Okay, welcome to the Wise Mind Happy Hour. I'm Kelly.
And I'm John.
Okay,
We're back.
welcome. We're back.
In studio. New microphone stands.
Yeah, new microphone stands. We're sitting at a table now.
It feels a little formal. I like it.
Yeah, I kind of like it too.
It's like this is like a round table
discussion.
discussion.
Yeah, it does feel very official.
Like we could be on PBS or something.
Yeah, but isn't that crazy how I do think even your posture can influence the way you have a conversation.
Yes.
Like last week I was kind of in a rancid mood. I don't even know if I mentioned that on the pod. And I was sitting in a more slouched position.
Yeah.
And I honestly was I weirdly feel more relaxed because I hate everything.
Well, it'll also be interesting if having better posture will stop your yawning during the podcast. But that remains. I
don't think it will.
Remains to be seen.
I yawn every day with every client. It's I have a disease. I just yawn.
Doesn't that mean a lack of oxygen or something?
Is that what that is?
To the brain?
Or maybe it actually means I'm not getting proper posture to my lungs.
Deep breaths. But I feel the table and the mic stand, I feel we're high society now.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely high society.
We're very serious pod makers.
Yeah, we are. This is official.
I did, we're probably going to catch up, so
yeah.
I'm just going to start it right off.
Yeah, do it.
Karaoke on Friday.
You did karaoke?
Did it.
Oh my God. Tell us.
Bangers. It was a work function. Work karaoke holiday party.
No.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Lincoln? Have you been to Lincoln karaoke? You would pass it multiple times and never even know it's there.
Okay, I've not been.
There's a very, very subdued signage.
Okay.
And you basically walk down this long hallway and there's all of these rooms with just numbers on them.
Oh, private
And so you
karaoke.
get your own room, which was dynamite to have. And I haven't done karaoke in so long. You know how you used to do karaoke and there was the song book?
Yeah.
And then you have to pop in a number and then your song or whatever.
Yeah.
This karaoke is attached to YouTube. So any song that's on YouTube, it converts it into a karaoke song.
Oh my, so it's literally
so you could have you could have the music video playing while you're doing it, or it was great.
Wow, what did you do?
I did a few songs. The first song I did was You Only Get What You Give, New Radicals.
Oh, you only get what you give.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Except my version was better. But yeah.
Mine wasn't
somebody, I had mentioned the song Linger by the Cranberries once.
An absolute banger.
In a team meeting. And so people wanted me to do that. So I did that. But the nice thing about it is there's 4 mics in the room. And so people are just kind of passing them around. So every song is kind of like a sing-along.
That's fun.
Phil Collins' Studio.
Studio.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Creep, Radiohead.
Oh, I love that song.
And then everything else was kind of sing-along. Somebody wanted to do a Interpol song and nobody else really knew it. So I took one of the mics and we did that.
Interpol.
Which song? Evil?
How does that one go?
Rosemary.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yes, totally. That's what we did.
Incredible. Oh my God, I want to go to this.
It's a cool place.
We should go.
I'm down.
So you just leave the room, you go back into the hallway, there's a bar there, you can get drinks, and then you just bring them into your room.
I love that.
And they just have a simple bar.
Bring them into your room.
Bring them into your room with the couches all around.
We could have had a Christmas party, I'm realizing, for our team. Maybe next year.
Next year.
Our team right here, the 3 of us?
Lincoln Karaoke.
Yeah, sweet team.
Yeah. I guess actually the Hanukkah party maybe is our holiday party.
For sure.
Yeah. So we are having one.
We could go to karaoke.
What?
After.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, because John's kids go to bed around 2 a.m., right?
Totally. Well, everybody went out after that, and I was like, see ya. I'm going home.
Going to sleep.
And the night was just starting for certain people, which good for them.
Good for them.
Live your best life. I used to do it. I can't do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. But the karaoke was fun.
That's so fun.
Right?
I really love that idea.
And I'm usually not a fan of karaoke. This was a really good time, though.
Yeah, honestly, it freaks me out a bit. But that sounds very doable.
It's so low stakes because of the multiple mics, and you don't have to get up.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there.
You're just sitting there.
Yeah. So that was I had to start with that because I usually come in and say I'm not doing anything fun.
Yeah, but that's amazing.
And then Sunday, we ended up getting some free tickets to go to the DePaul women's basketball game. Fun time. Nobody was there.
Oh,
I know.
That's sad.
They're not that good.
Oh, okay.
The stadium's really cool though, and this is the second time I've been to a DePaul game where you know how they drop T-shirts down with parachutes, like it's like games. For the fans. Yeah, yeah. I got one.
Wow, because
I know. And then they put me on the jumbotron.
No.
And I was hoping that it would turn into a viral clip of like my kids trying to get the shirt from me and me refusing. You know how like somebody gets a baseball at a baseball game and they're like, this guy, and it's like on Good Morning America, father steals ball from kid or something like that. I was kind of hoping that there'd be like this viral clip of that happening. But somebody that was there took a picture. There's me on the jumbotron.
You have to send that to Josh so he can post.
And there's these kids just looking at me like, I want that shirt. Wouldn't have mattered. The same thing happened. This happened to me one other time. I have two of these shirts. They're like double XL.
Oh, it's like
what kid's gonna have that anyway?
Yeah.
So those are my highlights from the
I
weekend.
love that. What a fun weekend.
Let me send this to you, Josh, right now.
Yeah, thank you.
That's so fun.
Me on the jumbotron.
Yeah, just you. And there's like no one around you.
There was nobody at the game. It was we got there and people are like, well, where do we sit? I was like,
literally anywhere.
Anywhere.
You could sit on the court.
And you could be on the sideline. There was nobody there. And sometimes it's a cool facility and the games we've been to have been a lot of fun. Not the most well-attended games, but sometimes that's fun. You can just move about the stadium. My kids got to see the mascot and hang out with him for a while, or them. I don't know.
There's that few people you can kind of just hang out with them.
It was so not attended. I've never seen this before. This kid, because it was a little bit of a school event, and that's how you could get the free tickets. Some kid that went to my Shane and Wes's school was like walking by us, and they had a huge what looked like garbage bag full of popcorn. They had overbought or made the popcorn, and all of a sudden, towards the end of the game, like 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, all you see are these little kids carrying these huge bags. They're giving them away.
That's incredible. That's like my dream.
It was just little kids with bags of popcorn the size of them walking around the stadium.
I love popcorn.
So you looked around at the end of the game, and there were just all these vacant seats, and then a little section with kids and huge bags of popcorn.
Wow.
So if you're looking for a good time, go to DePaul basketball, Wintrust Arena.
That's a good activity for us to take someone in town who's like kind of a sporto.
Yes.
Like we could easily get tickets.
You can easily get tickets. The venue is small, but not too small. And it's affordable, which is hard nowadays to find affordable, especially sporting.
I know, even bad Chicago teams, it's like $200 tickets. It's crazy. That reminds me of in college when I went to WashU. It was like Division III sports, so it's like
that's what my college was.
Like Josh went to Michigan. It's like the games, the tickets are I'm sure like a whole thing.
The leaders and the best,
right? And you probably have to like subscribe in this like really complicated way to the tickets or whatever. You get not a subscribe, but like
you have to subscribe
in a lottery.
Yeah, like a lottery,
and then they mail them to you, and
you have to be like a ticket. I mean, at WashU, if someone wanted to go to the football game, it's like, well, let's just stroll down there, just like sit in the bleachers. Like,
I mean, at my school, people avoided the sporting.
Yeah, I don't. No one really.
It was kind of like, we'll do something else.
Totally, basketball we would go to, but same thing. Like, you kind of just go.
Yeah.
You don't have to have like
kill a couple hours. You kind of plan your day around what you're going to do after that event.
Yeah.
At D3 schools.
Right. Exactly. And like the sports team would be like at the big party that night.
Right.
Like they weren't like celebs. They were like, as much as like high school sports people would be celebs.
Yeah.
It was like to that level. So yeah, but that's a great idea. I'm gonna mark that in my head.
Mark it.
To bring someone.
Yeah, some sporto.
Yeah, some sporto.
Find a random sporto.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, my niece Saoirse really loves sports. She would love to see women's sports.
That would be great.
And I'm really trying to get her to come to Chicago on a solo trip. And I was telling her about this. Every time I see her, I tell her about this, and I'm like inching her closer.
And she is how old again?
She's 5. And I want her to come alone, so it's kind of like a special. And she does like special time just with me, which I really am loving. I'm loving how much she likes special time with me.
How would she get here?
So we would meet halfway.
Nice.
which would be great. But I was telling her this story. She loves if I like scratch her scalp with my fingers. Like she really likes like if you scratch her back, if you scratch her scalp, like she just like it's her favorite thing. And I was like, they have these spas. I don't know if you know this. I've seen them on TikTok. They have these spas in Chicago where for like a whole hour they like massage your scalp with like water and soap and oils and whatever. And I mean, incredible. Nice. It looks incredible. And I was like telling her about this. I was like, we could go together. Like maybe they would do like both of us at the same time. And she just goes, maybe I could go first. I was like, sure.
Sure.
So cute. And then we were like talking about it and I was like going way into detail and she was kind of like mesmerized. And all of a sudden I like stopped and she goes, can we keep talking about this? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, is there anything more to say about it? And I think she was liking just having like an adult conversation, just her and me about like things like that. So she just wanted to see if I could mine any other material. And I said to Josh afterward, I was like, this is why I have a podcast. Because like I could go on this for hours. Like I could
keep talking.
We could spend a whole weekend talking about stuff like this. It was so cute. She's like, can we keep talking about this?
Yeah. Can we just keep going?
Is there anything else to say about it?
Well, she was probably also enjoying the thought of it and the moment and the idea of it. And all the good feels.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. We're like, I mean, this is not going to win me any like fans or anything, but like my nieces are at this place right now where they really love me and it feels so good.
That's great.
They just like, because there's years where like they want to be more around their parents or they're like, interested in me and Josh a little bit. They're like, I got there and I couldn't see my one niece because she was going to pick up the food with my sister-in-law and she's sobbing that she didn't get to see me. Like sobbing. Like, I didn't get to see Kelly. And I was like, I've never had a kid do that in my life. I was like, wow, it's like such an interesting responsibility even to have her be like so. And I'm like, you know what? If like for some reason I couldn't have a kid, I mean, this would be really helpful.
Yeah, I mean, aunt and uncle is special territory.
Yeah. Yeah, you have an aunt and uncle. Your aunt and uncle couple that you mentioned on the pod.
Absolutely.
You're super close with
Just so fun.
Yeah.
That relationship is so special. The aunt and uncle one.
Yeah.
You know, and it can be.
Yeah.
You just get away with more as the aunt and the uncle.
They get away with so much.
It's like the parents are the house. You all are like the Xbox.
Right.
You know, like they got to take care of all the needs and everything like that.
Yeah.
You all can just do all the fun stuff. Right. I mean, you still have to, you know, parent in certain ways, but
yeah,
a lot more free reign.
Totally. And like great. Really at the end of the day, I can be like, hey, to my brother, like this happened. You know, and have him kind of step in.
Take care of it.
Take care of this.
I'm not touching it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Definitely.
What did you guys do this past weekend?
So we went to Cleveland. That's what we were there.
That's what you're there for.
We were there for like a mini. We do this like on the years that my brother and his family don't come for Christmas. We do like a pre-Christmas. So it was almost like a practice Christmas.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
We have never been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like we never go when we're in Cleveland.
One time we'll do it.
We mostly do kids stuff.
Yeah. That's what you do.
You know, yeah. Although we took them to like a really nice restaurant that was so good and they were okay. That was the first time they really didn't like melt down by the end. You know, it's like they're like, I don't know if your kids were like this or are like this, kind of like turn into a pumpkin sort of like.
Yeah, going out to eat's tough.
Like the end of the meal, they're just kind of like, can we get out
of here? They're bored.
Yeah.
They either ate so fast or they didn't like what they ordered, so then they're just sitting there hungry.
Yeah. It was pretty cold. This weekend was so cold.
It was freezing.
Yeah.
This weekend.
So that was tough. And they don't really notice the cold.
Kids? No.
Yeah, these kids. I know.
Not at all.
I'm like worried.
My kids would be wearing shorts if they could.
Yeah, your kids always wear shorts.
Always want to be in shorts.
So they step outside in 20-degree weather and it doesn't bother them.
I wouldn't say that. I just don't think it's thought out. It's like you could tell them
thought out
till they're blue. I mean, I think they do run warm, and I was like that as a kid too. I think your threshold for that stuff is you're just better able to, I don't know, withstand it.
Yeah.
But once they get outside and they're there for a little bit, they realize it.
Yeah. They're like,
oh, I need to put something on.
Yeah.
But still, sometimes I'll pick them up and they're on their school turf in a sweatshirt and it's like, what are you doing?
Totally.
It's like, what are you
Get
doing?
a coat on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, one thing we did once the kids went to sleep one night, we watched Little Women. Have you seen it?
I mean, a long time ago.
I mean, the recent one.
Oh, no.
The Greta
no,
Gerwig
no,
one.
Sorry.
That movie is so good.
Is it?
It is so good. Don't you think?
I love it.
It's literally, I mean, it's like, first of all, try not to fall in love with Saoirse Ronan as Jo March. I mean, I dare you to not fall in love. She's incredible in it. And it's just like so like the shots are so like beautiful and Timothée Chalamet's great in it. Florence Pugh's in it. Laura Dern plays Marmee, the mom.
Laura Dern.
She's incredible. Tracy Letts is in it. It's so good. It's very fast paced. And like the actresses like talk over each other in a way that feels very like realistic to siblings.
Yeah.
Especially like a house full of siblings. It's really funny. It's just so, I mean, it's like, I honestly think I could cry start to finish just by how moving it is.
Wow.
And, you know, Greta Gerwig directed it. It's like she just, her special touch is so good on it.
Is Laura Dern's worst movie Jurassic Park?
Oh, I mean, I love her in Jurassic Park.
She's great in everything. I feel like that's her worst role.
She is a one-of-a-kind actress. Like
that's her worst role, probably.
I mean, it might be.
I'm not saying
although there might be some.
I'm not saying she's bad in that role, but
let's see. I mean, there's got to be one that's worse than that because that movie's so great.
That movie is great.
It's like, do you ever have that with movies? Like, it's not even that they're sad. It's like they're so moving. They like bring you to tears.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, let's see her IMDb.
For some reason, the first movie that came to mind, though it is sad in ways, but I felt like it was very moving. And, you know, there's certainly some magical realism. You got to suspend disbelief a little bit. Lars and the Real Girl.
I love that movie.
So do I.
Oh, yeah. I could kind of cry the whole movie, too.
It's just, yeah.
Because you
moving.
feel for him.
You do feel for him.
So much.
And it's almost, maybe it's the field that we're in. It's almost believable.
Totally.
You know, almost believable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Taking like fantasy to that level. Have you ever seen it?
I did see it. I remember like being really excited and then being a little disappointed, but I don't remember it.
Really?
But I could be wrong, and maybe I'm. Yeah.
You said that about Drive. Is it a Ryan Gosling thing?
I love Drive.
Maybe it's a Ryan Gosling
incredible.
thing.
I converted him on Drive.
I love Drive.
Yeah.
Maybe I was like anti-Gosling for a second.
That's all right.
I was like, you know, foaming at the mouth talking about Drive, and he like was like, maybe I gotta give it a rewatch.
Oh, Jay Kelly. Laura Dern, Jay Kelly.
We watched, okay, that's her worst movie.
Okay.
I mean, I think people are liking this movie. I could not stand it. It's the new Noah Baumbach.
Okay.
With George Clooney. Have you seen any trailers?
Is Adam Sandler in that movie?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen any trailers. I've read about it. It's not worth a watch.
I mean, I thought it was god awful, but I don't like George Clooney. I really don't like him.
Okay. It was the Batman that turned you off? Or?
I just think he's a big phony. I'm so mean.
He's more phony than other
I'm like the
Hollywood
only
people?
person alive that thinks that too. I have not even heard any negative discourse on him.
Oh, okay. You just think he's phony.
I just think he's full of it.
Okay.
Well, he gave this interview. I've already told Josh about this. I'll restrain myself on how negative I am with this, but he gave this interview about how he and his wife have never had a fight. And it really bothered me.
Yeah, because there's a version of that where that's really problematic. That
incredibly problematic. Like you clearly, it's like either you run the household as a dictator, right, or you never see your family,
or you all are so people pleasy and can't. You don't
reveal yourself.
You're not vulnerable about your true kind of like feelings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not believable.
And he was like making all these jokes about it. And I was like, why don't you just be honest for a second?
I don't know.
But you know, it's like some of his contemporaries, like they're not like, I mean, of course I'm thinking of the women, but like Julia Roberts, like I'm obsessed with her. I think she's so magnetic and I love her. And like, I don't feel like she's phony. I really don't. Like,
well, Brad Pitt's had a lot of issues and
totally. Yeah, I don't think, bless you. I don't think he's so phony.
And I mean, they're like pals, right?
Right.
I don't think he's as old as Clooney, but they're friends.
They're friends, yeah.
after the Oceans movies. Do you not like him in the Oceans movies?
I do like him in those. Sometimes I like him in movies sometimes,
Just as a
but I
person.
don't really like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I also, like, a long time ago read, did you ever read those New Yorker profiles they would do that were, like, pretty intense and, like, often not that flattering?
No.
God, they stopped doing them, and man, they were like one of a kind. There was one on Alec Baldwin way before he had all this trouble that he's having now that was like really insightful into all that. Like it was pretty almost like tragic. And the George Clooney one like kind of painted him as like pretty vain. And it was interesting. The Taylor Swift one was actually really not that flattering either, but it was interesting.
Scathing.
I mean, it was like they would write these long profiles, and I had
probably why I didn't read them.
I had a super boring job at the time that was just like between college and grad school, and I would just read these New York
Doesn't
profiles.
the New Yorker come out every week?
Yeah,
so hard to keep up with. I think I had a subscription, and all it turned into was piles of magazines next to my bed.
Recycling.
I could not keep up with that at all. I like the idea of the New Yorker.
Yeah,
I
think a lot of people have traded in for like digital subscriptions.
Well, and
every week.
Do you have to print them every week?
Yeah, really. Like, I wonder if they've cut that down at all.
I don't think they have.
They probably haven't. I mean, people still subscribe. It was just like the 100th anniversary or something.
It'd be sweet if you could sign up for. Maybe they have this, or you could get one every other week.
Yeah,
or even just a monthly one. Just
we have
me
some
the best
notes.
one out of the last 4 weeks. You choose what you think was the best one,
I want that
and
one.
send it to me.
Yeah,
I don't care. I'll trust your judgment. You got 3 others in the hopper? That's fine.
You know, now I want to rewatch Lars and the Real Girl. You know what I remember so much from that movie?
Yeah.
You know Paul Schneider, the brother?
Yeah.
Who is like...
He's great in that.
I think he is my celebrity crush.
He's great in that.
He's so dreamy. But right after he introduces them to the doll and he's like alone with his wife, he's like, so he's crazy.
Yeah.
So he's crazy.
Yes.
And he's just like, I mean, right? And she's like, I don't know. Like they're...
The wife is so loving.
Yeah.
In that movie. Love the psychiatrist.
Who plays the psychiatrist?
I can't remember her name, but the brother takes him to the psychiatrist, or it's a small town in Wisconsin, I think. So I don't even know if she's a psychiatrist or just kind of a general practitioner. But
Patricia Clarkson?
Yeah.
Yes.
They get like a diagnosis, and the brother's like, fine, like everyone's gonna laugh at him, and the doctor just looks at him and goes, and you too. Like you're gonna have to like do this with him, like to make him like you're gonna have to go through all of this with him, and it's not they're gonna laugh at you, that type of thing. But I really like the idea of the community in that movie coming and rallying around him.
Yeah, yes.
So it's a great movie.
He did some really great movies once upon a time.
Gosling?
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
I feel like now he kind of just doesn't really.
Did you see that movie where he was the stunt guy?
Drive?
Is that the movie? Yes.
He like did a spoof of Drive, I think.
Yeah, well, I think it's called The Stunt Guy.
Yeah,
literally.
Stunt man or stunt guy.
Whatever, yeah.
Stunt
And
guy.
he falls in love with like the director or something like that.
Emily Blunt, I think, is in it.
And, yeah. Apparently you guys didn't see that.
No, but I heard
either.
people liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I took one look at it and was like,
no thanks.
No, I'm like such a hater. I really am such a hater.
He was in the Blade Runner sequel. That was a pretty good movie.
You liked that?
I thought it was good.
I thought the whole movie they were just like walking through like these like little areas. Like I was like 3/4 of the movie. It was just kind of him being like walking through. There wasn't a lot of dialogue or even like interaction. I mean, maybe
Drive was like that a little bit too.
But okay, that's a great point. Because somehow Drive turned no dialogue into like so much like visceral feeling.
True. Plus it has Oscar.
And Blade Runner was kind of just them being like
Oscar, what's his face?
Oscar Isaac. That was the first time
good.
I got my eyes on that guy. He's
this
a great
is just
actor.
Turning into a movie podcast.
I know. Now we just have a movie podcast.
So but watch out. How Did This Get Made?
Yeah.
We're coming for you.
Or like,
what's the serious one that he does? Not really serious, but Paul Scheer does the one where he watches.
Yeah, his good movie podcast.
Like Real something.
It's like 100. No, there's not a number in it. It's like
Unspooled.
Unspooled.
That's
yeah.
what he does.
Yeah. I heard Jason Manzukis once on another podcast where he's like, sometimes Paul will forget that he's on our bad movie podcast and try to talk about a good movie from his good movie
That's
podcast.
so great.
That's so funny. Okay, well, maybe we want to shift into our sort of like holiday little segment here because we're getting toward the end of the year.
It's beginning to look a lot like
Christmas,
Hanukkah and Christmas.
Kwanzaa.
Do you know those songs, Josh?
Rosemary.
Do you know any Christmas songs?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Oh yeah, my sister-in-law was playing a ton of Christmas music this weekend.
Yeah.
So you heard a bunch.
Yeah, I've lived in the world.
You've lived in it.
Silent night.
There you go.
Yeah.
Starry night.
Close. Yeah.
Be with me on this Christmas night.
That's all it is.
That's exactly it. That's exactly right.
But it is the holidays.
It
so
is the
our holiday segment is what is it?
Well, we're kind of leaning into the commercialism of it all, which I'm so ambivalent about. John, you're not the most capitalist person either. But I figured, because I heard a lot of people, doing these gift guides at the end of the year and talking about things they bought. Just like some of our favorite things we acquired in 2025, whether you bought it or were gifted it, or even if you gifted it to someone else, like the most useful like items you really treasure. So does any come to mind?
Yeah, well, one of them comes to mind. Sarah and the boys got me a lamp for... It's like a reading lamp, but it attaches on a hook. It almost looks like an octopus, but it only has one leg. It's got this long neck, and then it's like this dome. It attaches on the end of your bed, like on your headboard.
Wow.
And you can move it in any direction. And it's got like 2 different settings for brightness with the little clicker right next to you. So it's perfect for me because I read pretty much every night in bed before I go to bed. And
brag.
And what?
I said brag.
Brag. I'm a learned reader. And I don't have a TV in my room. So so not only is it great because it doesn't, I do have a book light that attaches to a book, but sometimes that gets annoying.
Yeah.
And so this is great.
Yeah, how does that work with turning the pages?
It's hands-free. Well, usually the one that I have, you just put the clip on the back of the book.
Oh, where the pages are already. Turned.
So, but this one also has a great feature where you can change it into 5 different colors. So you could put it in blue, red, green, pink. It's like really cool.
That's really cool.
I know. It is a great gift.
Certain color lights like foster certain like brainwaves or no?
I don't probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
light.
sometimes it's just nice to not have it so intensely like white.
Yeah.
And it is a softer white. It's not like fluorescent or anything. But it is nice. I mean, some of the colors, like the blue is kind of really hard to see. It's pretty dark. Still really nice. But even if you're just like watching a movie in bed on your phone or something like that, you could have one of the like different colors on. So that was one, when you had mentioned this would be the segment, that was definitely one thing that stood out. That was a great gift.
I love that. That's
and anybody that sees it, like when we've had family over and they've stayed or whatever, they're always like, where'd you get that? And I'm like, I actually don't know. Sarah got it. It's a great gift though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What sticks out to you?
I mean, maybe the biggest thing that's like changed our lives the most is our new car. We bought a car in 2025. We bought a Toyota RAV4, which I feel like I'll be buried in a Toyota RAV4. I love them so much. I had a RAV4, a 2006 RAV4 for so many years. Basically traded that in for almost nothing. They gave us a little bit of money. And then and
you could relive this story in real time almost by going back in our episodes.
Yes, when you
didn't even have, you all didn't have it, and then it was like a saga.
Oh yes, that's right. We talked about this on the pod. I totally forgot.
Which is great because now we've come through that.
Now we've made it.
As if I did anything, I'm like, we've come through that.
Oh my God, that is such a good reminder, especially right now, because I am wrestling so hard with the internet in this apartment and my new phone. Trying to remember my Apple ID and get back into my Apple ID. I can't even get it. It's so upsetting. I can't even talk about it. But it's like I keep having these really distorted thoughts. Like, I'm never going to get through this. Like, I'm never going to transfer my old phone info to my new phone and be able to use it. It's like I felt that way about the car. I was like, we are never going to get it.
There were a bunch of delays with that thing.
Totally. I was like, we'll never have the right paperwork to seal the deal. Like every time we go, there'll be some other mysterious paper we didn't bring or fucking, like type of whatever identification. Like, it was so annoying. And then we did get it. And it's been great. It's a hybrid, which is so nice for like the long driving we do to visit my brother and visit Josh's family in Michigan. I love it. Do you love it?
Gets great mileage.
It's great mileage.
So comfy.
It's so comfy
Love
in
it.
there.
Heated seats.
Heated seats.
Heated steering wheel.
It's great.
It's incredible. The seats actually kind of get so hot, they get too hot.
Yeah. Oh, the
can't put
level
high.
3, I don't know. My car has 3 levels of heat. You can only be on 3 for so long.
Yeah. It's like if you had bad back pain, maybe that would help.
Even that, though, you need it in moderation.
Yeah. I once burned myself with a heating pad by sleeping on it with just under my shirt.
It didn't have an automatic.
It was an old one.
Oh,
it was like a one that's like contraband now.
I'm sure
it would like start 100 home
third degree
fires.
burns. Yeah.
I remember I asked my sister-in-law once if she had ever slept on the heating pad when she was in pain, like in front of my brother, and he's like, "I'm sorry, you sleep on your heating pad." I was like, "No." Sometimes.
Rewind. I don't.
Yeah. Forget I said that. But yeah, that's a big one. Another one that is really pretty recent, so I'm like afraid this is recency bias, but we got for our wedding, we got an all-clad 12-quart stock pot.
Yeah, that's great.
How I lived before this thing. It's like something I love to do is
you were in like the dark ages.
I literally am like, how the fuck did I put together a meal?
I'm surprised I ate.
I'm surprised I had any friends not having this thing. But it's like, what I'll do is I'll boil like a big. Was there a noise?
No, it's right there.
Oh yeah. Well, that one, no.
Oh, that's not it.
The 8-quart. So add 6 quarts to that. Or no, that's bad math. 4 quarts.
I wasn't going to say anything. I'm just going along with it. People will write in on that one. Don't worry.
Yeah, someone will get me like some kind of book on math.
And your next gift will be a calculator.
I mean, it's really huge.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
It's amazing. And what's nice, this new thing that I love to do.
Yeah, you can just put a whole chicken in there and make
show everyone. Yeah. Literally, you can put a whole chicken in there.
There it is.
Talk amongst yourselves.
You can, what I'll do, and I heard this from, I think, Bon Appetit. Carla Lolly Music. Maybe not Bon Appetit, maybe just her own stuff. What she does is she puts a bunch of water in here to boil pasta, and then halfway through the cook time of the pasta, just add a ton of some green. I usually do kale into the pasta water. So it's like healthy. It's being boiled. You're not frying it, and you can fry it too, but it's like you get to use a little less oil. Toss it together with some sauce. Whatever kind of sauce, even just like garlic, cheese, kale pot. I mean, it's like, it saves our lives. It's incredible.
Great gift.
So I think this is worth every penny.
That's a great gift.
I love it.
That's amazing. One thing I did gift someone that I got rave reviews was a blanket that I got Sarah. Now, there's a running joke in the family and my relationship with Sarah that I've purchased for her many a blankets, and
she loves a blanket.
And so we have so many at our house, and she used to name them and continues to name them. And so all of them they actually made the vows, some of the blanket names at the time when I was writing my vows. I said, we'll always be together and this and that, and I'll love you no matter. And then I listed off all these names of blankets, and everybody knew about it.
Yeah, no matter who gets in the way, like this blanket
and this one,
blanket.
And lighty and heaty and all the, whatever. So I've really been off getting her blanket. We just have so many.
Yeah.
And then she had sent me a text a while ago. And she was like, "Oh, check out this blanket. It looks really cool." And this was like in April or something.
It's like
that.
me being like, I need a coat, and I have 6,000.
Well, I put a pin in it because I immediately was just going to buy it for her.
Yeah.
Because I think we were in an airport and we were just in 2 different sections. I think maybe we were like, I was taking the kids through security or something like that. And, she was like, "Oh, check this out." And then I said, "Well, what color do you like?" And she was like, "Don't buy it for me." She was like, "I just think it's cute." I was like, "All right." Because I would have just purchased it for her. Because I was like, "Oh, this is great. I haven't bought her one in a while." So I put a pin in that. And then, I don't know, 6-7 months later, her birthday came. And I ordered it for her. They still had it. And she got it. And she was like so touched that I remembered.
Oh.
But then it also turned into like a great blanket. And she's just like, "I just love it. It's so warm."
What's its name?
Bubbles.
Bubbles. Why Bubbles?
Because the way the blanket looks, and I actually looked online before when you told me this was going to be the segment. They sold out of this color. It's almost like patched together, big, like foam. It's almost like foam, like very soft, different colors, and it's almost like a checkerboard. And so it's really warm, and it's like stuffed and soft. And
it's like stuffed.
Yeah, it's like really.
Wait, I gotta
put a picture of this, but
a stuffed blanket.
But she just absolutely loved it. So it was like a huge win. So
you gotta love that one.
Yeah, but it was from
really
Urban Outfitters, which is not a place that I shop at. Really.
Every once in a while, you can find good stuff there. I mean, I used to live at
Home
that place when I
Goods
was
and
young.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they have some cute home goods. They do have unique stuff. You know what's so funny is it's like definitely given this vibe of like we're super alternative, and I think it's like some like super Republican ownership.
Is it? See, I don't know anything about
Which
it.
I think is now that I say that out loud, it's like so is every single corporate entity.
It's called a Marshmallow Cloud Fleece Throw Blanket.
Marshmallow Cloud Fleece Throw Blanket.
So it really lived up to potential. But hers is purple and pink. So see how it's...
Oh, it's really cute. It would look great in here.
Well, you don't need anybody else's. It's on sale right now, so might as well get it.
I mean, gorgeous.
You could also get this is hers. They have it back. That's the one I got her.
Oh, I love
the
that
boysenberry.
Pink boysenberry. So cute.
Yeah. Do I send this to Jishi?
Send it to Jish.
You can send it to me.
There's just a few more days of Hanukkah. You could,
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're listening, you got a blanket you really want to send, just text me direct. You got my number.
I'll send it to you. So anyway, that was another gift that stuck out this year.
That's great.
Yeah, it was really good.
Can I ask now, you may not have this off the dome, but any good meals you had out or made? Like recipes?
Had out or made? I'm trying to think. I got to think on that one for a sec. What about you?
So I was thinking about this and I was really having trouble.
Kiln.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I know, but it's like, it feels like cheating to mention one I had over the weekend.
It feels like cheating to mention one we've had so many times and we love.
Yeah.
It's all what's not cheating?
I know. Kiln is this place in Cleveland that we went. There's like this chef. This chuck.
This chef. Love this chef.
I can't talk. This chef in the Cleveland area.
This chef.
For some reason, I was picturing like Chuck E. Cheese. The chef.
It's like a big...
He actually works at Chuck E. Cheese.
I mean, if this is where we're going, we're never going to get to a real topic.
I know.
This is our
I'm
real
sorry.
topic.
Oh, no. I want to hear about Kiln.
So there's a chef.
And the chef.
Not a chef, but a chef in Cleveland named Doug Katz.
Doug Katz.
And he has a few restaurants.
Okay.
The first one that I went to of his was called Zhug, Z-H-U-G. It's like that spice. Delicious. It's more Mediterranean. It's really good. They have a ton of like vegan options. That's why my brother and his wife love it. My brother and his sister. Just me. His wife. And then he opened like an Indian outpost that has more like Indian flavors. And then this one, Kiln, from what I could tell from the menu, it's more of like a French, like bistro style. And it's really outstanding. And we did have it over the weekend, but it was really good. There was this pork belly dish that was like, oh God, I was like cross-eyed eating it. There was this like Taleggio cheese, like scalloped potatoes, which I hadn't had scalloped potatoes in so long. That was maybe my favorite dish of the night.
The potato?
Yeah.
Oh, over the pork?
Maybe it's the pork. It might be the pork.
Top 2.
So good. I mean, everything was incredible at this place.
Those popovers.
Yeah, there were popovers that were good, which is almost like savory French toast. I feel like popovers end up tasting like. Yeah, so that place was really good. I was going to actually, both of my mentions of restaurants are not Chicago restaurants, which maybe is like sacrilege, but
not at all.
In Michigan, there's this place we went with Josh's family called Mabel Gray.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Oh, we already mentioned it. Incredible.
It sounded great. They had some fries there that you loved, I think.
Best fries I've ever had in my entire life. And I'm like a fry connoisseur. So, yeah. Oh, I loved it. It was so great. And they were so nice. And it's a great place. I think people should check it out if you're in like the Detroit area. It's in Detroit, right?
It's in... I don't think it's literally in Detroit. Let me... It's in the Detroit area.
Detroit
Metro.
Metro Detroit.
Greater Detroit.
Yeah. Incredible. In terms of things I made, or like recipes I found that I loved, I really had trouble thinking, which is bad. It makes me feel like I'm not being very original in the kitchen in 2025, which maybe I wasn't.
I don't know. That might be a little harsh.
Yeah.
Maybe you stuck with what you knew.
Yeah.
The staples that are still really good. I can't think of any new recipes I tried that really blew me out of the water.
Right. I mean, maybe that's what I'm going to set an intention around in 2026. Like, be a little more experimental in the kitchen, especially because we're now trying to save money and cook at home more.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I do. I'm like, I'm going to save money and cook at home. And then it's like, I find a way to spend a ridiculous amount of money making a recipe. Like, I need to learn that skill of like, cool new recipe, but not like, you know.
Buying exorbitant amounts of beef.
Yeah.
Cuts of beef.
Or it's like going to Whole Foods and then I'm like, wait, I got like 15 different herbs for this. Like pick an herb and just get on with it.
Oh, great. We're going to do strip steaks again.
Yeah. I like really
$40 a cut. It'll be great.
I mean, yeah, I do that. It's like, because I'm so proud of myself for cooking at home and not being at a restaurant. And it's like, of course, I'm not getting like cocktails and whatever. So it is less, but
it's definitely less.
Yeah. Especially with the way like Chicago dining is. I mean,
but I think that's a tricky thing where you know you're saving money in one area, so then you're more loose in another area because your mind's telling you, but you're saving money in this area, so you can buy a little bit.
Right.
It takes a lot of discipline.
And, you know, sometimes like I'll say to Josh, like we'll be in Trader Joe's. I'm like, oh my God, you know what I'll make for dinner is this and this. And then it'll be so cheap. It'll be so good. And like sometimes it makes you sad when I say that, like excited about how cheap something is. And I'm like, this is completely new territory for me to know how to be frugal, give it a sincere effort, and find recipes I'm excited about. So it is a good thing.
Okay.
When I'm like,
I feel less sad knowing that you aren't sad.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you're never going to have to like, I'm never going to be the person who's like too afraid to spend money. It's like, I need to be encouraged anytime I'm like, what if we scale back?
You're afraid to not spend money.
I'm literally afraid to not spend all my
like,
money.
What would happen if I didn't spend money?
If I don't spend money, it won't be good. It will be so bad and I'll hate it and it'll be a mess. And it's like, no, I really need to think like, and maybe even it's like creative recipes on a budget is my kind of 2026. Like, and I want to think of it like an exciting challenge, not, you know, sad in any way. I'm learning the skill of being frugal, which is like, no matter how much money I make, that is a necessary skill.
It's, and it is a skill to learn.
Yeah. It's like you can outspend any paycheck.
So it takes time.
And it takes time and it takes some real mindfulness of your spending.
It's like any other skill. Some people are naturally good at it.
Oh, yeah.
And
Josh, you're great.
And they don't really need to think about it. And then some people need time and effort and awareness, and
Yeah.
and then you're good at other things that come natural, you know?
Yeah, and I already set an intention around making a budget for
Mhm.
2026.
But see, it's nice to have a partner who can hold you accountable.
Yeah.
To it.
Totally.
Because left to our own devices with stuff like that, myself included, you know, I'll make up every excuse in the book to continue to do whatever it is, you know? So,
Totally. Yeah, it's so much less sad too when you're doing it with a partner and make it a
Exactly.
fun challenge. I mean, and you're the best about it because you are good at saving, Josh, but you also like, you are very like, well, let's be reasonable here. We got to live. You know, like, I do love that you have that because I think there are people who skew so far the other way. They like can't spend
you're very
money.
pragmatic probably about it.
Totally.
I did get a little sad when we were watching Little Women, and there's the scene with like Emma Watson and the husband, because he's like the broke tutor,
Yeah.
and she can't like afford the money to like sew
she's
the
like,
dress.
I'm tired of being poor.
And I was like, is this me and Kelly?
No. I like fully have my own salary.
So do
I'm
I.
my own boss. No, I think it's like, oh, believe me, I'm dramatic enough at times where whatever, I'm like not being good at finances that I can act like I'm Emma Watson in Little Women. Be like, I'm tired of being poor. And in my mind, what it is like, I want endless funds to buy whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
And it's like, even if I had endless funds, I know that wouldn't make me happy. And it's like, we're totally financially secure. And there's always someone you could look at next to you that's like on a different rung.
John.
Yeah. Yeah, John over here spending left and right. Right in
I
front
just
of
making
us.
it rain everywhere I go. Splashing bills everywhere. You should see me at karaoke.
But yeah, it's like, I don't even know how we got on this.
How did we get on this? Well, the holiday gifts.
Oh, yeah.
The gifts.
The gifts and then the food and the
food.
recipes. So yeah, I'm gonna set the intention of being more creative in the kitchen, so I have things to report for the end of 2026 about cool recipes.
See, I think if you want some advice, I think you also need to explore when you're not spending money. What is it that you like to do that doesn't require like money or things? Yeah. And maybe you already, I mean, I know you love to read and, you know.
Yeah. But it's like, even I turn that into, because I'll be like, well, I want to get another book because I'm not liking this one so much.
But what about the library? You know, I've mentioned the library.
The library, you're right. Yeah, I do. You know, and it's like, even if.
And they know how to reinforce it because they send you that little thing that tells you, I've mentioned that before, how much you've saved.
Yes.
Which makes me want to go to the library more. And trust me, I love a bookstore. It's hard to avoid a bookstore.
Yeah. Can you, I don't even go to the bookstore. I have it straight to the veins with the Kindle.
Yeah.
Like, you know, free-based books.
Free-based books.
Like, it's
you're like swimming up for air.
Truly. It's like I can turn anything into a spending arena. But yeah, like.
But that we're going to change that too, because we're going to, when we have our Hanukkah party on Friday and I bring the kids over, we're going to turn you two into gamers.
Oh, I would love that. That's what that
card games, board games, no money required, just ultimate fun.
Just ultimate fun. I even said that, and of course I'm not like a game person, but
I know you are.
I'm going to get into it. And like Dave Ramsey, the famous like financial guy who I like got into for a bit when we were sharing an office, and like I've backed off it a little bit because he's like a little intense, but he has some good ideas.
Sure.
But his whole thing is very like save until this later point where you're secure. And he's, you know, pay down debt and blah, blah, blah. But he, his whole thing is like, have friends over, board games. Like, like we're getting serious about this. Yeah. Like, you're not getting a Starbucks.
Dungeons and Dragons all year round.
Like no
Write
money.
Your campaign.
Yeah, totally. Which like, hey, if I find a game I'm really into, I would love that.
Yeah.
Have people over for games?
Yeah.
Have you tried Chutes and Ladders?
Love Chutes and Ladders. Great game, Candyland.
Does that hold up for adults?
Not really.
Maybe snakes and ladders.
And I will bring a game that has a little bit of a shoot element to it. I'll bring it over on Friday.
Oh, perfect.
I'm going to bring over a sample of things.
Yeah, bring over a few things.
Certainly things that the kids can play with us, but also I'll bring over some adult fare and I'll leave them here. See, that's the other thing with games is that you can have like a swap and then have people, which doesn't cost money. You don't have to buy them.
A game swap.
Game swap. Puzzles. We love jigsaw puzzles. Granted, you got to buy them, but for the amount of time you actually put into one, depending on how big it is, I find it enjoyable.
Yeah.
Frugality.
I mean,
at
it's like,
finest.
even if you do that one night of the weekend and the other night you go out, like, even that is enormous. Or you could do it the whole weekend.
Go to the club one night, do a puzzle one night.
Do the club.
In the club.
In the club, do a puzzle in the club.
Could you imagine? That'd be great.
Bring a puzzle.
Bring your little light, your little
your
dome
little
light.
book light.
They do have the game cafes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to name this one on the podcast because I'm going to kind of throw it under the bus.
Kibit's Nest?
No. But
we like that one.
Was like, oh, this will be, like, it was some day on a weekend where the weather wasn't that good. I was like, why don't we just go to this game cafe?
Yeah.
And we'll get, maybe they have like hot chocolate for the kids and whatever. Yeah. And so I went on their website and you have to pay to reserve the table.
Ridiculous.
So I was like, well, I thought that like paying for the drinks and being patrons here, I thought the whole point of the cafe was then, it was like, no, you had to reserve the time. You had to pay for the table per person. And I was like, whoa, I might as well just go to Starbucks.
I mean,
and take a game there.
Bring a game. Yeah.
Right.
Which you really could
That kind of
do.
floored me. I was like, wait a second.
Well, especially because it's a game cafe. It's
not
like
a game cafe.
It's not like it's like a sports bar on a game weekend.
No.
Whatever. Yeah.
I was like, whoa, I thought I can't just wander in here and grab a game.
How much was it to reserve?
I don't know. It was
$20?
at least $15, maybe a person.
A person?
Yeah, it was a person. It was
like
a person.
Going to the movies.
Right.
What the fuck?
I know.
Get over yourself. I want to blast this place. What's it called?
We're not blasting it. Off air.
Off air. Cancel a small business.
We will blast. Off air will blast.
Oh my God.
But I don't know. That to me was not the business model I was looking for.
Yeah.
And that just shows that I will never be a patron of that place.
No.
I would much rather frequent regularly a cafe that is a cafe.
Yeah.
That has board games that you
it's not going to charge you to sit there.
It's not going to charge you.
It's just going to charge you for the product.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Totally. Okay.
I digress.
So now we could finally move into our main topic. Even though our holiday topic was like a semi-main topic. Our main topic today is something called...
The Unwelcome Guest.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor. So tell us about it. Tell us about how you came to this.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, metaphors, right? So we use metaphors a lot in therapy, specifically in ACT, so acceptance and commitment therapy.
Yeah, they're huge in ACT.
And I think that metaphors are useful in so many different ways. And I think some of the reason why ACT will use metaphors is a lot of times the things that we're struggling with, we kind of have very rigid ways of thinking about them. And we have rigid ways that we use language for our experience. And the use of a metaphor is to really take ourselves outside of some of that language. We can kind of use things that aren't really based in reality through the metaphors. They're sometimes a little bit silly. Sometimes you just have to kind of suspend disbelief and go along with them. But they also maybe can demystify some of the concepts that we're talking about and make them just more palatable and easier at times to access. Easier in the sense of understanding, maybe not implement. And so ACT has Big Book of Metaphors is literally a book that just has metaphors that you can
I
use.
forget. Is there like a one author credit or someone who compiled the big?
I don't know who did the Big Book of Metaphors. I don't think it was Russ Harris, but Russ Harris has great videos on YouTube with animation and different things like that. So metaphors are really, really useful. And we were thinking about, since the holidays were coming up, like what would be a good metaphor to use, and I thought this would be one maybe that would be helpful. But are you getting that author?
So it's okay. Stephen Hayes has the foreword.
Okay.
And then it's
Just don't buy
L.A.
it.
Stoddard and Nilofer Afari.
Don't
So they
buy
put
it.
together this big book of actions.
You're like, but
yeah, me just clicking.
purchased.
Why not?
Already
It's good
got
to have
it.
in the
The big book of
collection.
metaphors. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of times these can just really help the therapy process, especially like stuck points where people get really stuck or rigid. So sometimes these things can be useful.
Yeah.
So maybe we could just kind of go through the metaphor and then we can talk about how it might apply for us, but also maybe around the holidays.
Yeah, totally. I think that's a good idea because I was already thinking about this when you suggested this topic. Like, what are kind of like the unwanted party guests
Yeah.
coming up for me, which, as I understand it and have talked about it in the clinical setting, is like the unwanted party guest can be an internal guest.
Yes. So
or
that's
an external
guest. So what we're really thinking about is more so this idea of a guest is like these unwanted, unwelcome, like private, what we call those private experiences. So their emotions, their thoughts, their sensations, their memories, they're all of these things that are unwelcome. We don't want them around us.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times we spend a lot of energy and we engage in a lot of behaviors trying to avoid these guests or shut them down or escape them or control them.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be any number of behaviors. It could be numbing out or substance use or just avoidance in general. And so if somebody's really struggling with these things, we want to help them realize, one, the amount of effort that they're doing to kind of control these unwelcome guests, but also by doing that, what is it taking you away from?
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody's really struggling with this, you could kind of pause them and say, okay, well, maybe we could think about this a different way, right? And so imagine you're having this party and you're setting up and you've invited all of your friends and, people start showing up, your close friends, you start getting, people together, people are talking, you're starting to have a good time. All of a sudden, somebody knocks at the door and you open it up and sure enough, it's, what's a name we could use?
Merv.
And you're like, oh God, somebody told Merv.
Like
Merv's annoying.
Yeah.
He's loud.
Yeah.
He is rude.
Yeah.
He's invalidating. He takes up all the conversation. Right?
Yeah.
And he shows up at your door and he just kind of like barges in and he's at your party. And you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And he starts mingling with people. He starts spilling drinks. And you're just like, oh my God, this unwelcome guest is here.
Yeah.
Right. And so you have some options. But the first thing that comes to mind is this idea, like, I got to get Merv out of here.
Yeah.
Like I
could,
can't.
If I interject, I could see myself in this case, like with Merv.
Yeah.
Going to Josh and being like, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Like, you get him out of here.
Right.
I can't with this. I've done this today for several things where it's like, fix this for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got to fix this situation.
Yeah.
I can't do anything other than fix this situation.
Yeah.
I have to concentrate on getting Merv out of here. So you try to wrestle with Merv and you push him towards the door. You finally get him towards the door. You kind of get him out, but then he's kind of like, no, I'm going to stay. Right. And so he's kind of like,
I feel like Merv is a Tim Robinson character.
Totally.
He's just like, he won't leave. Right.
Yeah.
And you're putting all this energy and then you're like, okay, fine. Like, I have an idea. Right. I'm going to ask him to go into the bedroom because I'm going to give him a task and say, hey, I got a task for you. So you say, hey, Merv, can you go in the bedroom? I need something from there, blah, blah, blah. Merv goes in there and you close the door behind him and you hold it.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, great. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Merv is no longer at my party. But now you look over and you look at your guests and they're all still having a good time. And you realize something is starting to crystallize here, that in order for my party to continue to be great, I have to continue to hold Merv in this room.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't let go. Because the second I let go, Merv comes back out and he's ruining my party. So you're at this choice point.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I can put all of this energy into trying to avoid having this unwelcome guest with my guests and my party.
Yeah.
And I'll put all that energy in there. But what I'm really doing is I'm taking myself away from the one thing I was planning and the one thing I wanted to engage in, which was my party.
Yeah.
And so you're at this stuck place where you're like, well, what can I do here? I either continue to try to control something I can't really control. I can kind of contain them in a way, but then I'm not engaging with my friends. I'm not having any meaningful conversations. The party's going on without me.
Yeah. I don't get to experience
I don't get to experience it.
Yeah.
Right. And so you kind of go through this metaphor and you're asking, some questions or what people are thinking of, or you can just kind of lay it out there. But you kind of like probe and say, well, what would you do like in this scenario? Like, what are your options here? Are you really going to hold that door all night? You can do that. That you always have the choice to do that. And sometimes people will be like, well, no, I guess, maybe I'll just let Merv be a part of the party and just try to have the best time I can. And that's kind of the moment where if people can come to that using that metaphor, it's this idea that, when we do things in life, there's always going to be these unwelcome things that come.
Yeah.
These emotions, these thoughts.
Yeah.
And we cannot engage with our life in order to try to control these unwelcome things, right? And this could be anxiety or fear. It could be traumatic memories. It could be suicidal ideation. We talked about that last week on the pod, right? And it's not to invalidate them, but it's trying to open ourselves up to what would it be like to continue to live your meaningful experiences with these unwelcome guests being there and making room for them.
Right.
Ultimately. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of the metaphor that you take people through. And the metaphors don't really give people an answer. Yeah. Some people try to solve the metaphor. Some analytic people are really like, well, what I would do is, and their brain wants to make sense of it that way. And it's like, well, no, we kind of just want to sit with this where there's not one answer to it. You can still choose to really control your Mervs, whatever they are, right? When you do that, though, what does that take you away from? Yeah. Right? Like, does it take you away from like more meaningful opportunities in your life to have Merv there, but not Merv isn't controlling you and you're not trying to control Merv. So Merv, I don't know what your thoughts are, or even Josh, what your thoughts are on that.
I mean, I love it. I think it's such a great metaphor for, and like Merv can be so many different things. Right. Like I'm trying to think for me, like what's like a Merv that comes up that I really tend to chase around and try to get rid of. A lot of times I think for me it's shame. I really want to appear normal all the time. That's like a big thing for me. Yeah. And I really I almost like try to prevent Merv. Yeah. In a way, like hold the front door shut kind of. And it can feel really exhausting if I do that, or like some social things can feel so phony if I do that. Yeah. Like I'm being phony. Or it's like the Merv can be sometimes like with the holidays, if I think about it. It's like so many kind of different groups are coming together. And, like there's tensions and it's like, I know I really want to make sure the tension doesn't arise, or if it does, it smooths out really quickly. And it's like, okay, so what is the tension that could and does arise? Like, what is the Merv it brings up in me? It's like fear a lot of the time. What's going to happen?
And we might avoid that then by doing any number of things, right? Totally. Whether it's like not being authentic or like
avoiding the event,
putting our needs out there. Like, so the way to control Merv or keep him in the closet is to just acquiesce to what everybody else is doing and not really like holding our boundaries. There's so many, so many ways that it can go.
Yeah. And then the question, like you said, like, what are you losing? What are you giving up? If I always try to smooth over tension and avoid the anxiety that comes with the tension, I never really feel connected to anyone. And that's my number one value. So it's like connection. So it's like, I'm so obsessed with things being smooth that I'll sacrifice the very essence of the thing for myself. Yeah. And as I say that out loud, it's like, of course, that's not my wise mind choosing that. My wise mind would say, like, Kelly, can we make space for tension? And maybe some anxiety that might come with that, some uncertainty that might come with that. And I often have to like even go further and make space for the possibility of like the negative consequences, like being disliked and the feeling that comes with that, shame. Yeah, like can you be strong and expand around this feeling rather than try to prevent it or fix it or tame it?
See, mine always sounds like, if we're thinking more of like just social and around the holidays, and this might be a little bit more towards gatherings with people I don't know as well. Family's a little bit different, but I always have the thoughts that come in that are like, these conversations are going to be boring.
Yes. Yeah.
These people aren't interesting. And it's so judgmental. And I find the way that I try to like lock that in a room is to just like literally find a corner or something where I don't talk to people.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like stand and like observe. And it's like, even if it is boring, like, is this really what you want to be doing? Is it just like standing around and like looking tall and awkward and like
totally
intensely concentrating? Like, that's not what you want. Like, so mine comes up, and it came up pretty recently at a holiday event where a bunch of families got together, and I'm not trying to judge people, but my mind does go to that judgmental place of like, is this going to be an engaging conversation? It might not even be judging them. It's just like, what are we going to talk? We're going to talk about the same stuff.
This is not for me.
This is not for me. I don't want to talk about the same stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep talking about how busy the parenting schedules are.
Yeah.
And like,
totally.
I'm a little bit over it. I want to reprieve from that.
Yeah.
And it's like, instead of avoiding the conversation, why don't I bring up a new topic?
100%.
So it's like, like that would be me then, instead of having Merv in the closet or in the closet, in the bedroom,
fireplace,
in the fireplace, in the dishwasher, and like, and just watching other people have conversations. Like, why don't you lean in and have an interesting, or try to create an interesting conversation? It's like,
take
with those thoughts of this. Yeah, it could be boring. Who knows? But so that's kind of what that unwelcome, if we're thinking about more like social and holiday things, but certainly like, I don't want it to feel like the unwanted guest has to be around just social situations. It's like anything we do. I mean, it's anything in life that's kind of unwanted. What do we do to kind of keep it under wraps or control it? But I know we're spinning this little holiday. So that's what comes up for me. And then again, I just kind of like close myself off to like conversations. And
totally. Yeah, it comes up for me in a lot of social situations, but it also can come up for me in just like doing tasks. Like, this is going to be boring. It's going to be boring, like unpleasant and
exciting,
boring and like hard.
Yep.
Kind of like, effortful in a way that sucks. Yeah. And it's like,
and the easiest way is just don't do it then.
And then it's like things that are meaningful to me don't get done. And the truth is, like, I really am one of these people where it's like, if I can be fully present with a task, even like wiping down a counter, it's not unenjoyable.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Everything is interesting if you can like really be present with whatever it brings up in one way or another. I'm thinking about this a lot. I know we're talking about holidays, but like, I think this is a really great concept right now for people that are dating. Because I really think so much Merv is in the way. And the discourse is a lot of like, the landscape sucks. There's no one to date. The culture's changing and people don't know how to date. I think all of that is phony bullshit. I think it's all avoidance of like the natural discomfort and vulnerability of dating. I really believe that.
And rejection.
And like putting your whole self out there and have people kind of going, not for me. Or you doing that. And the discomfort of that, you seeing someone's profile, a 2D, just like run down to who they are, and you being like, ugh, not for me. There's can be a lot of guilt there, which is Merv, this unwanted party guy.
Merv Griffin. We're coming for you, Merv Griffin.
We're coming for your ass. But yeah, it's like, and I think if you can really make space for all those feelings, and sometimes in therapy, you can go further into them and get curious about those feelings too. And that can help you even make more space for them when you understand, like, possibly where does guilt like that come from? Were you not allowed to ever have choices or have preferences or whatever? But yeah, the basic principle being this thing of like, can you make space for natural feeling?
Yeah.
No matter how uncomfortable, instead of using all your energy to avoid it.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I've been recently talking about this with some clients who have intrusive thinking.
Yeah.
there's so much conversation around just helping them notice, like the mind will wander to things.
Mhm.
And that is not really the problem. The
Mhm.
problem is the part that rises up that says, this must stop.
Right.
This can't be here. Merv's gotta
Right.
go.
Yeah.
And it's like all your energy. Then it's like you become the Merv.
Right. And that's where it's like, that's the choice point where it's like, are you going to exercise all of this energy into trying to control something you really can't control? You can numb it, you can escape it a little bit, but those behaviors, that experiential avoidance, usually isn't value aligned, which values we've talked about many times here. And it also takes you away from just meaningful experiences and being able to sit with those uncomfortable thoughts. And the more you sit with them, and that's the leap of faith a lot of times with a lot of the work we do, is you almost have to expose yourself to it more and more in order for it to feel less and less intense. Not that it's guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
But the more you prove to yourself you can do it with these intrusive thoughts, they might not be as omnipresent.
Yeah.
They're still going to be there, right?
Yeah. Well, it's that kind of that you growing larger than them.
Right.
Which is really the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like, what I love in ACT and DBT too, like there is space for validating. Like it's okay if you don't want Merv to be there.
Right.
That's okay.
100%.
It's okay if you're like, I didn't put him on the invite list.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is he doing here?
Yeah.
And then you kind of slow down.
Exactly. And the other thing I love about Act 2 is we're not judging the other. Like if every time Merv has shown up, you've put him in the bedroom. To control him, we're not judging that.
Right.
That worked for you.
And you're going to have that instinct.
And you're going to have that. And so there's no judgment on that. That served a purpose in a certain context. And so we're building that awareness. Is that the way you want to engage with it? Now, I'm not saying you have to do anything different, right?
Yeah.
But it's also, there's also that layer of compassion of, you did those behaviors for a reason, right? Like you put Merv in the bedroom for a reason. Like it's highly uncomfortable stuff. Of course you tried to escape or control it. And as we're looking at this, is it still, again, that workability question, that little tongue in cheek of like, is it working for you? Is it moving you closer to meaning and values and the things that we're working on in the space?
Yeah. Yeah. You know? How is that going?
Yeah.
Holding Merv in that room.
Yeah.
In that fireplace. How is it going?
How's it going?
Like, zoom out.
Now that we're looking at that.
Yeah. And really, like, people have the ability to say, like, I'm holding Merv in here. I refuse.
Of course.
You can refuse. It's your life.
Of course.
You totally can. Or maybe there's a time where you're more ready and you can keep being curious about this, like the other way.
It's interesting because sometimes when you bring up this metaphor, people will literally take it as, oh, I've had this experience or I have an upcoming social event, especially if you do this around the holidays.
Yes.
And people will be like, I know so-and-so is going to show up.
My uncle or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about that is sometimes that can play out very like effective in the sense of, well, okay, let's even just think about it on a real level. When your uncle shows up, what do you typically do? Oh, well, I'm just looking the whole time trying to avoid him. And it's like, exactly. And what is that experience like? And it's like, well, it's exhausting. I'm spending my whole time around my family trying to avoid one person.
Yeah.
And then what I'm doing,
the queen of this.
And then what I'm doing is I'm not engaging with other people.
Yeah.
Because I'm ruminating. I'm in my head about it. Oh God, wait until he says something uncomfortable. And so the metaphor sometimes, depending on people's circumstances, it actually can really crystallize because it's like, oh yeah, you're right. Like when my uncle is around, I do spend a majority of the time just thinking about him.
Yeah.
And I'm not really engaged more mindfully in just, of course, acknowledge, you know, you don't have to love your uncle or the guy or be around him or whatever. And it's like, how could you maybe navigate that situation a little bit different?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I think this is coming up with the Apple ID recovery thing. Because I'm like realizing like something I said to Josh earlier today. I was like, I know I'm like being a bitch to you. Like because I'm so upset about this. And you have been so understanding about it. But I said, like, I don't know how to deal with this issue and be a good person. Like I'm having so much trouble not being a nightmare as I deal with it. Just like really complaining and freaking out. Like in an almost regressive way. And it's like, what's the Merv there? like I've tried, I was locked out of my account for 5 days because Apple kind of treats it like you said, like you lost your social security card.
Oh, yeah.
And like tried 4 different times to move it over. I had to like go back to T-Mobile and have them reignite my old phone because I didn't have a phone at all. I couldn't receive calls because I had tried to start the transfer.
Well, I mean, certainly it feels very helpless and hopeless, but also
incredibly helpless.
I wonder, and only because you've shared this before on the podcast, I wonder if it can also feel like you're not being seen.
Yeah.
Like nobody's seeing.
It's true.
I need this ID, this Apple ID.
Yeah.
Nobody's listening to me. They're locking me out. Nobody's, I'm into the void.
And it's kind of like they don't care. Like, it's like, you want me to find this Mac.com thing? And it's like,
so I really laugh because it's like I've tried to retrieve things from years ago where it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have that.
Well, it's like Mac.com doesn't exist.
Right.
Anymore. So help me understand where the fuck I'm supposed
You're like
to find
at Carrie
this.
Bradshaw's computer, like the blue Apple one. That's like
totally.
what you're doing.
Yeah, where it's like sad.
You're like, oh yeah, I got that in the basement. I'll just bring that out.
Yeah. And it's like, I finally got into that AOL, but there was 3 Apple IDs that I had to remember the ancient passwords for.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me reset them.
That's a nightmare.
So, I mean, I'm like, they just like, they're making me jump through all these hoops and then they don't care about me.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is something there where I feel like, and then I have this like, I'm never going to be able to have what I need to feel safe. I think it's like a safety feeling. Same with the internet, a secure internet connection that's reliable for my work. It just feels like I'm dangling at the edge of a cliff trying to do therapy with my clients. And it's just so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I have moments of like, okay, I'm going to make space for this uncertainty and this like limbo feeling I'm in. And then other moments, like the next thing goes wrong and I'm like flailing my arms in the air, like, what the hell? And I think I do. It's like, and it doesn't negate any efforts of like actual problem solving to do this, to welcome the unwanted party guest is one like important gesture and inner like stance. And then you can do like problem solving efforts of the actual situation. Like, can I get anyone else at the party a drink? Can I crank the music up? For me, it's like, can I call Apple for the 100th time? Can I, set up a Genius Bar appointment? Which they also wouldn't let me do. But the next thing, I'm just going to go tomorrow. I'm going to go tomorrow and go to the store and just stand there until someone helps me in the rain. Like, I'm going to do it. And it's like the feelings there, can I make space for them? Set my intentions of like what needs to be done in the actual situations. The feelings are welcome with that. And
other than the lashing out part, it sounds like you're navigating it as best as you can.
Yeah.
And I'm not judging that either.
No, totally. I mean, you did a really good job, Josh, of saying like, I was like, I know this isn't who I am. And you were like, well, that's why it's okay. Because it's not who you are. Like if this were who you are, so it'd be a huge issue.
It can be who you are for a little bit.
It's just like.
For a moment.
I really can get set off by these things. Kind of feels like you're like in prison,
Yeah.
And sometimes what will help me is like encountering another person having a bad day. Isn't that weird? It's like validation.
No, I think that's common humanity.
Yeah. And then it's like we can both kind of help each other make space
for
the feeling. And it does feel lighter to hold it.
Yeah.
And that really is my lived experience when I actually mindfully make space for everything in the experience. It does tend to feel lighter. It doesn't feel painless, but I do feel stronger to hold it and kind of grow larger than the thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's so many metaphors. It's like, even if this one doesn't land or resonate, and that's some of the dance of therapy is sometimes you use a metaphor and it really clicks with somebody. And then sometimes you use it and they're like, what?
Right.
So it's also, I like that there's so many of them because there's so many different ones that can help with so many different like concepts.
Totally.
And I think around the holidays, just for the passive listener, thinking about what you're avoiding could be a way to engage with this metaphor.
Yeah.
More like
Totally.
around your family or events or.
Yeah. What's a Merv for you?
Yeah.
That
is
might.
it a feeling? Is it a thought? Is it, literally uncomfortable situations or people? And then how do you try to put Merv in the bedroom? How do you try to avoid? And is that a meaningful thing for you?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, we're not saying it isn't always. It's just something to consider.
And some of that trying to control Merv comes before even the party.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I mean, a lot of mine does.
Yeah.
And it can range from like panicking about Merv, constantly talking about the idea that Merv might come.
Ruminating.
Yeah.
Over preparing.
Trying to be perfect.
Over planning. Over getting ready. Outfits. A million of them.
Oh, God. I do all these.
Like all these things. We all do all these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And then ultimately deciding sometimes not to go.
Yeah.
Right. And then that's kind of where it's like, okay, well, let's think about that.
Yeah.
Is that really what we want to do?
Isn't it so interesting? Like, it's just so interesting that like there's people where that is kind of their main way to control Merv is like avoiding stuff.
Just don't go. Yeah.
And I really never do that. There's like some part of my, like all the fragmented parts of me, like that's not the control move. It does.
Mm-hmm.
It's like go and freak out a little. Or go and be maybe a little fake is so much more where I'd go. It's just so interesting.
Yeah.
Like what feels off limits. And I guess like avoiding things or kind of like last minute changing of plans, like there's probably trauma there, but I think there also are values there for me where it's like, it just doesn't feel respectful to do that if I don't absolutely have to.
Sure.
But yeah, I love this metaphor. I mean, I feel like I love metaphors. That's what's one of the great things about ACT. It helps. I love when a client will bring up a metaphor on their own to help me understand something going on with them. It really works to really help me like, oh, I see what you're feeling with this. And I can really be with them there.
Yeah.
And not try to fight it. Like,
any metaphor or imagery that, a client brings up is so. I remember a client once talking. This was years ago, but it really stuck with me. This idea of grieving their parent. And it was the idea of like that grief will never go away. And it's like almost like calcified or it's like turned to stone.
Yeah.
And it's in a field that's barren and their life has like grown around it because they're trying to make meaning in their life in other ways. But that stone is always just like there. And it was just like, it was very powerful to think of like how slow that process is of just growth in general, but just like plant life or, nature growing around something that then it kind of becomes that thing.
Yeah.
But you can always still see that stone. It's like there.
Right.
And so that was just I'll always remember that image of they're not saying they're not going to grow. Right. And they're not saying this part is not going to be a part of them. It is going to be a part of them, but they're going to grow around it.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
I like that too. And there's something with it being like at the center.
Yeah.
There.
For them. Yeah.
Yeah. I love this unwanted party guest. I'm going to be thinking about this going into the holidays a bit. I've talked about this on the pod, like doing so many different types of therapy, like these core threads that like run through all of them, are these like ideas of like choice points.
Choice points, yeah.
And really recognize, I mean, that's the wise mind, right? It's like slow down and notice like your options here. And even just noticing the options often awakens you to that infinite core part that's worthy and whole that realizes like I can handle pain and what I want is meaning. And there'll be pain left and right. If I try to avoid it, that's all I'll ever do. I just have to remember that.
Well, so hard
totally
to do.
My therapist and I haven't seen her in a bit because she's been on maternity leave, and I talk about this with Josh all the time. Like she and I came up with like colors kind of for like the wise mind part of me is like green and brown. It's kind of like earth colors.
Earth tones. Yeah.
Earth tones. And then like some of these like negative kind of energy fields around me are like red orange. I don't even know where that came from, but I just like sensed that. And she's like, just like notice like red orange coming into your world at times. And a lot of times for me, it can be like people around me that are really like scarcity mindset and like gloom and doom. It really, I can easily fuse with that. So it's like if I notice it as like, oh, this is red orange, or even like this is Merv. It's like, can I make some space and just remember green brown?
Yeah.
I don't need to do anything with red orange, anything with Merv, except allow and like trust in the green brown to handle this. Josh, any thoughts as a new person to the unwanted party guest?
What if we kill Merv?
Well,
let's kill Merv.
You know, there is a version of this metaphor where it's a block party and all your neighbors start to show up and you're meeting all of your neighbors. And then they're like, oh man, thank God so-and-so's not here who lives at 33, whatever. And you're like, oh God, no, I invited that person. And everybody's like, no, you invited them? They're the worst. You're new to the neighborhood. Like, you have no idea. And the choice point there is like, are you going to cancel your party to try to like people please all of these guests and kind of save yourself from maybe that experience of like, oh, I threw the party. I made this faux pas of inviting this neighbor that nobody likes.
Yeah.
Or are you going to like try to welcome this person because you're new, you've never met them.
Yeah.
You want to like show them. So there's some different riffs with these metaphors where it's kind of like
another,
like almost like a people pleasy type of vibe to it, where it's like, ooh, all these people are putting pressure, and to avoid the discomfort of really standing in like, no, like I want to welcome everybody to my home. Like I'm new to this neighborhood, you know, like I want to see how this plays out, and that would be meaningful to me. So there's a lot of different riffs, or you could kill Merv for sure.
Totally.
But yeah.
That I love that, because there's so many situations where that's useful too. Like I'm even thinking at the holidays, like if you have family that's like really body critical. Oh, you're having another serving of that, you know, or whatever. Or you're staying with family and sometimes they're scrutinizing. It's like that part of you shouldn't be here. Can you say like, I'm going to welcome this despite this?
Yeah.
Like, what's my choice? Like, here's what they think. What do I think?
What do I want to choose in this moment?
Yeah. What's authentic to me?
And that's the nice thing about these metaphors too, is you can revisit them, you can morph them. And sometimes it does take like, let's just sit on that and think about it, this idea, and come back to it.
Yeah.
And even if you name it, like this would be a great organic thing to riff on moving forward in therapy, like Merv. Like we just came up with this great name for something that doesn't have such an emotional charge that it's like, oh, okay, tell me about your week, right? Okay, well, that sounds like Merv was maybe with you,
hanging out,
you know, like, so even this like experiential process of going through a metaphor, you have these great like moments of connection where you can call back on, and now we've named our unwelcome guest, and that unwelcome guest is somebody that we're going to revisit and have, or maybe you're going to tell me something you did and Merv really wasn't around. Oh my God, that's amazing. You know, like all those things can start to happen and kind of like blossom in the therapy space.
Totally. We've always said this, like some of the cheesiest stuff works the best.
Yeah.
Or the simplest stuff, like a metaphor. It's like something you use with kids to like help them take some of their cognitive like schema and map it onto a new one really quickly. And yeah, it's like the mind does work like that. And to notice like, let's call this inner discomfort like Merv. When you think of it that way without a positive, negative judgment, just Merv, you know, what do you notice? Is there space for Merv? Can you choose that?
Yeah. And when people don't buy into the metaphor, you could even go down the path of like, I wonder if your unwelcome party guest is your thoughts telling you that like, this is a waste of time, this metaphor, or
totally.
Or, you know, so I wonder if that's your unwelcome party guest, because it's, you're putting a lot of energy into saying this isn't useful.
Yeah.
And maybe if you just kind of allowed this, you know, some of those thoughts to be there and really try to just engage with it, who knows what might come of it, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different ways you can go, you know, which that might just muddy the water, but
No, I
like
think
doing that.
I think you're right. That's interesting. Yeah, the basic concept can, especially in a therapy setting,
Mm-hmm.
can really be mined in a lot of ways. But the core of it is so great, regardless, like
Yeah.
whether you do that deeper diving or just think about it for yourself this holiday season.
Think about it.
Yeah. Okay. Should we move to our how wise is
How
it
wise is it?
question? Okay.
How wise is it to keep lists?
Keep lists, make lists, lists.
Lists.
I mean, I do it.
I like them.
You like them. Well, tell us.
I like them. I think they're helpful for me. They're useful for me.
Yeah.
I love having, I think there's also something to be said about just having like little notebooks.
Yeah.
I love a field notes.
Totally.
I love.
Yeah, you got me one.
I did?
Yeah.
Which one did I get you?
The one where I think it's over here, or maybe I really wrote in all of it. Sometimes when I start writing in it, I take it out of the public space.
I love it. I love gifting them. I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
I
loved
remember
it.
the one I got you.
Yeah, it was like a little brown one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Love a field notes. And I like the idea. I always like the idea of like written, like
oh yeah,
physically writing. I do have lists on my phone.
Yeah.
I just find
It's
it
not the same.
I like it tangible. I really do. And I think it's, I don't know. There's also something nostalgic about it. My grandfather, who passed away this past year, he always, no matter what, had strips of paper. He would always wear a button-down shirt with a pocket and would always have pens and pencils around and always had slips of paper. And if he thought of something or heard of something, take it out.
Oh, I love that.
And so there's something
like,
very
romantic.
like honoring him. And also I do think it's just useful, but it would always just write stuff down.
Yeah.
Like, just to keep those notes, something he heard, because he's like, I'm going to forget this.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So yeah.
I love that. I mean, I'll even do this thing where it's like, I'm really into Post-its, and it's like, there's something about the Post-it that it's like, I like the list, but I also like that it's like disposable. Like, I'll write it and then chuck it, and like something about the act of that feels really good.
You know what I'm not good at with lists? My grocery list.
Yeah, I'm not great.
And what
Josh is good about that.
What I mean by that is I make it, but I literally go blind to certain lines, and I'll get in my car, I'll take it out, and I'll be like, how
I must have
that
this.
magically appeared here. It was not there in the store.
Yeah.
I honestly believe sometimes it wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's the one time where I feel like lists fail me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm too overstimulated in the grocery store and I miss stuff on it.
I think it is. Like, there is something about the grocery store and looking at a list.
But I get home, I look at it, and I'm like, what did I do?
It's like looking at a list and then like erasing each thing as you go is such a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're kind of, grocery stores can be so crowded.
Right.
And like, I feel like, especially on our trips, like, I run into a million people, and it's like every time I run into someone, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And they're like scowling and then walking away. I'm like, well, this is a hostile environment. So it's like, you kind of want to be in and out.
In and out.
So you're just like, yeah, I think I got everything on the list. And then, or you like glance at the list.
Yeah. I think it's so useful to have it when you go into the store.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty strategic with that.
Yeah.
For some reason. I have like a
I
blind
do it.
spot.
Yeah. If we go to the same place, I do it more by section. And I'm like, all the normal things I get in this section. But you know what I will forget are the things you don't get every week. Like,
every week, yeah.
Things that are, 2 months later it ran out.
Right.
I mean, we left like 4 of those things this last time. Right.
Some of them are things we get every week.
Oh, yeah. The
I do that too.
lemons.
I think it was mostly things we get every week.
I do that all the time.
Well, the agave, no.
It was a mix.
The coffee creamer, no.
I was late to the party because I was making a phone call in the car, and I joined you 5 minutes late, and it threw off our whole rhythm.
I mean, yeah, it's like
Threw
I
off
get
the
in there
game.
alone, and it's like I'm at a lobotomy. Yeah.
Where do I start?
Like, what? And then it's like, also, like, I think we were like so proud of ourselves for getting most of our groceries this week at Trader Joe's on Sunday. And we did a 6-hour drive and then drove right to Trader Joe's in, 17-degree weather.
Yep.
And we were like applauding ourselves up and down for that. We were off our routine. We went into Whole Foods and we were kind of like, we basically don't need anything here. And like cut to like we missed 5 things that we do need.
We got a lot of things.
Yeah, we got a lot of things, not everything. Yeah.
Week's been going smooth.
Yeah.
Gonna go to the grocery store tomorrow to get what we missed.
Well, we're also
Got a list for that.
We're gonna get our Hanukkah stuff.
Yeah, I gotta go to the store for that too.
Woo, woo. We're having a Hanukkah party with John's family.
And there's gonna be lists galore because I'm already keeping a list of what I gotta bring to the party.
I mean, we're all gonna be making lists. Josh, how do you feel about
I
a list?
can't live without a list. I don't. Yeah, Josh, how do you? I mean,
I love lists. I think it can border on unhealthy.
Yeah, tell us.
My obsession. Well, on my phone, I have. And it's funny because I feel like I'm an analog person. I get very concerned about waste, which is probably why I don't write a lot of handwritten
yeah, that makes sense.
notes. I think emotionally it could feel good, and then I worry about like cluttering the space.
Yeah.
So I keep them on my phone because it feels clean and I have a low carbon footprint.
Sure.
Yeah.
Both, with my partner and with the environment.
Yeah.
So it's not like I necessarily prefer a phone list.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's move on. But
moving
We're
on
wrapped.
to my moving on to me.
Yeah.
But I love a list. I have a list that I started actually when I moved to Chicago 3 years ago called Move-In Checklist, and it was my move-in checklist to move to Chicago.
Oh my God, I remember this.
It's still my list. It's become my running list.
The title of his list is Move-In Checklist.
Yeah.
If you look at it, it is overwhelming. Like it is what are the thing, like a web chart of like every thought I've ever had, basically.
Yeah. Like,
and there's things dating back to like 3 years ago that if I looked, there's
save
probably
that,
things
though.
I have on 5 times, like get rechargeable batteries.
Yeah,
And
you
it's
always
like,
need rechargeable batteries.
and then it's like I have them. We're using them on the pod.
but
We're
you
using
could
them in
always
these-
use more.
Yeah.
We're using them for this mic I'm talking into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I kind of shuffle around the order, but really I'm only playing with like the top 10th, and I have this theory like, oh, when I'm like between jobs at some point, I'm gonna go and like clean up the list. I've never done that.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. I've done that once,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like 2 years ago, and the list was still pretty long. So it's interesting. It's like a form of emotional hoarding.
Yeah.
/ like, but also I like don't look at the stuff and it feels like it's not taking up real space. Like all this, like basically the bottom like 8/10 of the list. So I could scroll through it, but I'll shuffle the top, and a lot of the time, like before bed, I'll kind of look at my notes and I'll like reshuffle the order. I'll be like, okay, these are things I definitely want to get to tomorrow, or like things that seem fun, and below that is like stuff that's like a little less fun or like doesn't need to get done, or maybe something I'm really looking forward to, like make John a half birthday playlist.
Yeah, that better be known.
But I won't put it like at the top of the list because I'm like, maybe that's my reward if I like get through a few things. So I'll kind of like curate my list in a way that like makes me excited to do the day. And then as I go, I'll like check things off. And then obviously I add like just as many to the list every day. And it just keeps expanding.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I kind of fall into that as well. Like, I don't have a bunch of different titles for my lists.
Yeah.
I have one list.
Right. I kind of have like one main one. I'm thinking about my phone.
Yeah.
One like main one that I consistently just add things to or take things off and edit it. So I'm with you on that. But when I'm at my desk or even at home, I love the paper and the pencil.
Yeah. The daily lists for me are on paper.
I like those.
But like the
but like
lifelong list.
Lifelong list goals.
Yeah. I call it my master to-do list.
Master to-do.
Labeled.
Master and commander.
And mine's weird because it's like, mine is so weird because the top 2 sections, like the highest part and the lowest part of the list, are things I almost never look at. And I just look at the middle. And I put them, the items that are necessary, like imminent, semi-imminent that I haven't done yet, have a check mark.
See, so
I mean, that's crazy.
No, that's not. See, what this is a great idea for somebody's probably already thought of it, for like a coffee table book.
Yeah.
Of like, one page is a picture of how somebody cultivates their list, and then the page next to it is a description of how they engage with their list.
Yeah.
I would think that's so interesting to notice how people
Yeah.
call me boring, but I think that would be amazing.
That would be super interesting.
Like whether it's digital, a picture of their digital list or a picture of the notes that they keep, their bullet journal, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I just think it's how people's minds work. That's so fascinating to me.
Totally.
Like how they.
Well, yeah, it's like, why do I do it like that? Where it's like that weird middle chunk, and then it's like my daily.
But it makes sense to you. So what
makes sense to me?
Yeah,
it must have started like slowly, but then it's like the main things that like little crib notes for my then like chart notes for clients. Like I like to put a lot of that on a Post-it and get rid of it.
Yeah.
And
were you about to say a TikTok?
Maybe that's like
I put it on a TikTok.
I put all my notes on TikTok. No, like, just like jot it down, and then it's like there's something freeing about like tossing it.
Yeah.
But then it's like I also like sometimes it's a long note and there's like 3 Post-its and it's like a 3 Post-it series.
Yeah, you love a Post-it. I remember that from the office. You love really just growing it. It's like a plant.
So
you come in the afternoon, it's like 5 together that are like they've grown limbs. I remember that now that you mention it.
It's overwhelming to think I'm going to write a bunch of notes right now about something, but then I start to get inspired, and then it's like, well,
on
this
the
is
Post-it,
longer, so it's like kludged together 6 Post-its.
I'm not a big Post-it person, but I appreciate people who use them, and I like the idea.
Yeah,
I love seeing like a movie where. What's that movie where Oscar Isaac develops the AI? Like the woman?
Ex Machina.
Yeah. In that movie, his office is just basically a computer and then a wall of Post-it notes. And it's like, for some reason, that's really appealing to me. Like somebody who has that many thoughts, but they're all somewhat important.
Yeah.
And
that's like my office.
It looks like a mess, but it's somehow organized in their brain.
Yeah.
I never do that at all, but I can appreciate the way that feels like, wow, like these are some big things going on here.
Totally.
But I never
I have it like
Post-its.
the side of my dresser, like next to where I see.
Is it only yellow?
No, they're all different colors. Really.
Oh, okay. You don't really care the color? You don't have a strong opinion about that?
No, I mean, I'm sure there's a color I would dislike, but I haven't really found it yet. Yeah. But I'll because I like also like straight
Know what to get Kelly.
Yeah.
Post-its.
Even also like I would accept bigger Post-its.
Ooh.
Because I think they have like jumbo ones.
Would you reject smaller Post-its?
Yeah, I can't get any smaller than I already am.
But there are ones that are so tiny that I don't even really understand the purpose of those.
They must just be like a bookmark.
A bookmark. That's the only thing I could think of. Like you put it on a page just to
Yeah, like a tab.
Like you're not writing anything on that thing.
No.
You could write like 6, 7.
Yeah.
You totally could write 6, 7.
Troll someone. But yeah, that is a really interesting thing. Well, we all obviously love lists.
I love lists.
I think they're pretty wise.
I do think there is a threshold though where I think we've probably seen this a little bit maybe in the therapy space where they can make people extremely anxious.
Yeah.
Or then people are creating lists to organize their lists.
Yeah.
And, again, it could have that flair of a little obsessive or a little also just trying to control anxiety by writing a lot of stuff down, but not really making any moves in any one direction or a direction. So,
and it's like, I'm on the end where it's like, I could probably be a little more dedicated to the list.
Me too. Yeah.
And maybe you're on the opposite end where you could like hold it a little more lightly.
Well, it's like sometimes like I feel like you'll be watching on TikTok or Instagram and you'll see a brunch place, for instance. Like this happened tonight and I can't remember the name of it, but you were like, oh, this place we need to go to. And I used to like anytime you said that, I'd be like, oh, text me like in the car. And then when I got home, I'd like put it on a list of restaurants.
Put it on the master.
Yeah. I feel like I've like trained myself to be less obsessive with that because it starts to become, I think when it's not wise is when it starts to, like you were saying, John, like when it starts to like produce more anxiety, then it's maybe not like preventing, because I don't know that my list, like the main purpose is to prevent anxiety, but the wisdom in it, I think, is like, it's like before, it's like the end of the night and I'm like organizing the list and it feels fun. And then I like look at it in the morning and I'm like, oh, I like curated this so I could wake up this morning and look at my list and like be excited. Like, I think it's like owning the list and not letting it own you.
Wow, so you look at the list every night?
No, just like, I'm acting like I do this every night, but it's like, I'm just trying to think of my list at its best.
Oh,
Like when I feel like I'm really fusing. No, like when I feel when it feels really wise. When it feels wise is like when I'm feeling like amped.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying. And same with music. I mean, we haven't even talked about this. Music, you're endless.
Oh, yeah, because
Like,
you make so
and I get
many
so
lists.
much joy out of it, and I rearrange them, and I write an album down. But like sometimes I can notice I'm like getting like too obsessed with the list and like where an album falls on the list, and like, ooh, I added a new album to my list, and like I realize I'm like not even listening to or enjoying the music.
Yeah.
It's this like feeling of like, here's all these like albums, and I feel powerful.
Oh,
I can rank them. I have power over them.
Yeah.
We're going to get my friend Tommy on the podcast at one point, and there was a moment in college where I feel like creating the catalog, the list of music that he had was more important than actually knowing the album or even listening to it.
Yeah.
Which I totally get, like, because there is a part of me that would love to catalog or list all of the records I have.
Yeah, have that knowledge.
And just
all
like
that.
know where it is. It's on a master thing. If somebody asks, "What do you have this album?" I could just like go to it and things like that. I would love that. I haven't done it, but sometimes it does turn into the making of the list takes you away from like
Totally
enjoying the thing the list is about.
That's
And it's a
so
very
true.
fine line.
It is a fine line.
Because I do think ultimately making these year-end lists has like enhanced my enjoyment of music
I'm
and like
sure. Yeah.
really made me like nerd out on it in a way. Like
Yeah.
it's almost this like physical embodiment of how much I love music that gives me joy to make
Love
and
that.
to look at. But then there's moments where I'm like, ooh, this is getting kind of gross.
This is getting a
This
little.
is a gross list.
Like I'll like switch like the places of two albums and I'll be like, do, undo, do, undo, do, undo. And I'm like, oh, did I like accidentally delete one? And I'm like, what if I forget?
Love it.
Your OCD, your Merv is your OCD in that moment.
Merv
Murphy.
Griffin is in the house.
Yeah. Asking you, are you sure you didn't delete something that was there?
Yeah. Yes, there's still 75. So there were 75 at the beginning and then at the end. So whatever happened in the middle, there's still 75. And that's what matters. I didn't lose an album.
Merv.
Thanks,
Are you sure,
Merv.
Josh? Are you absolutely sure that's Merv?
Yeah, well, what is... Never mind. We don't need to... I like didn't want to get into what my Merv is. I have
We can, I mean, you can
I have a
think
lot of
on it.
Mervs.
You can think on it and if you have thoughts on it.
It's
bring it up
obviously
next
my
week.
anxiety, but then there's all these like sub-Mervs.
Oh, yeah, for all of us.
Merv
Yeah.
missiles.
Merv children.
Merv children.
Yeah.
What do you think my Merv is?
OCD.
And
Your
it's,
main one.
It's simple as that.
Your main bitch.
My main bitch.
Yeah.
Is there a particular brand of OCD?
Let's just call it OCD.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Done.
And we'll talk more about that.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about anything. You're the two hosts.
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay, well, that is our episode.
That's our episode. We covered a lot of ground.
We
as usual.
did.
Figured it all out.
It's like a
As
holiday
always,
app.
Holiday app.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to reach me, you can find me at kkpsychotherapy.com. If you want to work with me, you have questions, you have topics for the pod. You can also check out my TikTok at WiseMindHHPod. See me posting clips of the podcast, like posting things around WiseMind and all this stuff. And what about you, John?
You can email me at butts.jonathan@gmail.com. Josh.
All right. You can find me at joshbayerfilms.com. Bayer is in the aspirin. I'm really booking up for the year pretty quickly. I'm about to have no availability. So if you want me to edit anything, you'd better get to it quickly. You can text me. You got the number.
Okay. And thank you, Blanket Forts.
Yes, Blanket Forts. Thank you very much. Until next time, happy holidays.
Next time, happy holidays.
Sayonara.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye.
Lashana tova.
The Wise Mind Happy Hour podcast is for entertainment purposes only, not to be treated as medical advice. If you are struggling with your mental health, please seek medical attention or counseling.